Good evening, hello everyone. Merry Quizmas. You want to say hello, do you, Whiskers? Come here then. Come here. Come here. Come on. Where are you going? Let's get you up here. Let me press one of the other buttons that I've never used really before. Will this use the right layout? Let's find out. Yeah, it's sort of the right layout. That'll do. Yay, Whiskers. Meow. Wah. Hello. Oh, hello. You don't like being held at the moment? Okay. Hello. How are you all doing, everyone? It her. Absolutely. It do be her. It do be her. Oh. I know why you're here. You're trying to keep warm because it's getting very cold in the house. We had our first spate of snow today. It tried to settle, but unfortunately it rained earlier, so it failed to settle. Although in the peaks nearby, it did settle. So there has been snow. Yeah, I need to get around to doing emotes and things. You had an air ambulance land next to your backyard. Oh, okay. Snake Pass is blocked. I'm not surprised, Proogs. I would not be surprised at all if that was the case. Oh, hello, Whiskers. Where are you off to now? Nope, you're just darting off the table now. Okay, fair enough. You do that. How are you all doing anyway? I got distracted by the cat. Let me just say hello to everyone in chat. So we have hello there, Aspie, Caffeine Boost, Tyson Bain, Connor. Thank you for the 100 bits, Itogi. Happy Quizmas, thank you for the 100 bits. Dogfish, we like shapes. Timwee, hello there, Timwee. G. Isons, Drahuska, Toadboy, Cetra, Biz, Party Me Sheldon, hello there. Ape Minky, Keshi, Arden Fetz, Cola Colo, AB Me, Putman Ben, Score Count, Top One Gaming, Proogs, Arstortle, Inisk, hello there. Puzzle Dan, if I've not already mentioned you. Is that a hint? I don't know if that was a hint, but I don't know if you're trying to infer anything from it. Samster, hello there. Merry Christmas, indeed. How Tatu, hello there. The transition is still always the transition. Carl Seventh, hello there. Lupine, hello Ralph. Any others? Tyson Bain, hello there. Oh, that was a very short song. This hello there, Mithers as well. Welcome, and David Bodicum as well. You nearly lost the Tom Scott Avoid the Pogues challenge. Oh, did you? I'm still okay on that front, and also Whamageddon as well. I'm good on both fronts so far. But yeah, welcome to the third day of Quizmas between myself and Ben over on Royal_Flush. Let me transition over to the other screen so you can at least see the calendar progress as we have it so far. So, the first day of Quizmas, Ben brought to you The Purge, and congratulations to Hodders on winning that game. On the second day of Quizmas, I brought you Wipeout, and although Procyon did win, they have in fact deferred their win to Dupless Force, because Procyon did not have a need for an umbrella in Florida. It kind of makes sense. So deferred the prize on that one chance. What that means, 8 Minky, is yes, they can win again, but that is their last chance on taking a win. Either they can then take the prize that they win in the game, or defer it one final time. In either case, they can't win again. So, yes, they can win again, but it's their last chance of doing so. So it's very generous that they did do a deferral, but it just puts a spanner in the works of trying to let more people win. So at least this way, at least people get at most one prize, and they can technically still win again. So, didn't want the Steam card either, no. They would prefer just straight up money from the sounds of things, from what we were saying in the DMs. So that was what it was. I'm going to sort out the umbrella with Dupless. I was supposed to do it yesterday. I did not get around to doing the artwork. I need to get the artwork done. So I'll be doing that tomorrow, definitely. So, tonight, we've got a few different prizes here. As I say on Twitter, if you follow me on Twitter, there are multiple prizes on offer tonight. We're only going to be playing one game of the thing that gives a prize, but there are multiple chances. And by multiple, I mean 2. So there are 2 prizes on offer in this game. Anyone want to have a chance, an idea of what they think the game is this evening? Anyone have an idea of what they think it's going to be tonight? Charmaine thinks it's winning lines. Can't be 1 versus 100. It's not Wiki Walker. Is it the Vault? Is it winning lines? Is it 1,000 heartbeats? Is it pause and replay? Oh no, is it pause and replay the stream? Is it winning lines? Is it winning lines? Is it match game? Is it 1,000 heartbeats? Is it 1 versus 10,000? Is it 50 questions? Is it the Christmas Vault? Is it match game? Is it impossible? Is it panel quiz attack 25? Is it number wang? Is it 1 kilo heartbeats? Is it 50 to 2? Is it pause and replay the stream? Yeah. Oh, Sneasel. Excuse me. Sneasels. Oh, and again. Jeez. Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me about that. The 15 to 1 Millennium Quiz. Oh my god, with 25 players in. And 5 lives. It's not that either. Although I probably should have done that as a Christmas special because it's very easy to do that. Destination? No, it's not. Dior Royale? No, it's not that. Okay, well, you've all had a guess. You've all had a guess. Let me fade the pretzel music out. Like that. Or not. Fade the music out like that. The wheel, have you built it in my garden? Nope. It's not the wall either. No. The wheel. Nope, it's none of those. So, on the 3rd day of Christmas, which is in the 4th slot, because these are the dates on here rather than the ordinal day of Quizmas. So we are going to be opening up door the 4th, which is the 3rd day. Sounds confusing today. Makes more sense as we go further through the week, further through the month, should I say. But today, on the 3rd day of Quizmas, I will be bringing you, if it wants to work today. Apparently it doesn't want to work. Oh, yes, it does. There it is. There's the audio. It still stutters, though, which is very weird. Don't know why it stutters. But it is winning lines. So you were all very right with saying winning lines. It is indeed. Did you turn the snow off? No. I don't know why that stutters so much, because when I'm not running OBS, it's absolutely fine. But it stutters like hell. I'm missing a Philip Schofield in the bottom right corner, by the way. We'll correct for that when we get into the game. It kind of does. I need to get a better CPU. I think I'm on one of the old architectures, and it's just a bit crap. So we are going to enter the void to start with, because that's how winning line starts. I also need to boot my webcam as well. Do I want to boot my webcam? I kind of do. So I need to find my webcam. How do I do that again? Full cam, properties, deactivate, and goodbye. I have now disappeared from the layout. We also will go then to the full game layout, theoretically. So full game layout, and it will be really the void. Play the game. And through the power invested in Stream Deck, let's play the intro to Winning Lines. Mute audio. It's Winning Lines. I had to do that. And here is your host, me. And there we all are. Hello there. Hello, it me, as always. So, let me talk about the games, the prizes this evening. Then, so it is winning lines. We all have only 49 spaces, unfortunately, for the 49ers. The lobby has capability to have more than 49 in, but unfortunately, only 49 will advance into the first game just by random luck. And the two prizes involved this evening are, if you get to second place in looking after number one, which is what they would normally do, they'd have a second place prize there on the main show, then you'll get a month of Discord Nitro. Just tell us the details or whatever account you want, and you'll get a month of Discord Nitro on us. If you go through to the Wonderwall, then your minimum prize will be Discord Nitro for a month. If you get up to 10 correct answers on the Wonderwall, I'll make that a hard £10 in Steam voucher. If you manage to get all 20 on the Wonderwall, then I'll bump it up to £20 Steam. So, for getting second place or first place in looking after number one is Discord Nitro. And if you go into the Wonderwall as that first place in looking after number one, your minimum will be Discord Nitro. Gets bumped up to £10 Steam if you get 10 correct answers. Bumped up to £20 Steam if you get me all 20 correct answers. That all makes sense. Reason I am mentioning this before I open the lobby is because of the limitation of 49 spots. If you are not interested in A, Discord Nitro for a month, or B, Steam vouchers up to the value of £20, then I'd say don't join the lobby, because otherwise you could be taking a opportunity away from someone that would want to take that prize. So just be very kind. If you are just sitting out there and you're not concerned with those prizes, then don't play. It allows other people then that do want those prizes to play, because this is the only one I have in my arsenal that has the limitation of a number of players, just because of how the game works. Just putting that out there ahead of time before you join the lobby so that you don't disappoint other people's chances. I think we're all okay with that. I think that's all good. Whereas the lobby we will be opening up in a moment. All you'll need to do is type the room code here in public chat in Twitch, and then you'll be entered to have a chance to join the 49ers. As I say, with the name being 49ers, only 49 players can be picked to play the main game. So if there are more than 49 in the lobby, in the audience seats that we see behind me, should I say, then we'll only pick 49 of those out at random from the Unity random engine. Okay, so, and also do consider, if you want prizes and you're eligible, just consider wherever you are in the world and what your rules are on winning things. With Discord Nitro, it's kind of okay if you just have Discord account, because I should be able to just gift that. I need to look into it properly. But with Steam, there's things about that, so all that stuff. So, if you want a chance then to win Discord Nitro or anything up to £20 in Steam, then you'll need the lobby code, which is LYYD. LYYD is the code to enter to play. And we already have 24, 25, 26, 7 players in, 28, 29, 30 players in the lobby so far. So we still have 19 spots available. And we will go over the rules of the game. If you're not familiar with the game show, don't worry, we will be doing the rules of each particular round. It's very easy to play. All you need is access to public chat, or you can either whisper as well to Quizbot 3000. Either or will work. Answering in public chat, you'll get your message potentially deleted by the bot, but that's fine. You don't get kicked or muted for that kind of action. It's just we delete the message just to make it a little clearer for everyone else in chat. Lose your Yuletide doots. No, you can't lose any doots in this game, but do bear in mind, if you do play the game, we will still earning doots throughout the game. So that's still a thing that happens along the side. So we're on 31 players in at the moment. Not 18 spots left. There's another one. Hello there, welcome Patrick. There's 66 viewers. Maybe not everyone wants to join to play for the prize, and that's fine. We will be playing another game after this, which is just for fun. There won't be any prizes for it, but it will be just for fun, so you'll be able to just join no matter what, no problem. How long am I willing to wait? It all really depends, Timwee. Sometimes I wait 20 minutes, sometimes I wait 10, sometimes I wait 5. It all just depends, really. I just like to use this time to catch up with chat on what's happening, how people are doing, that kind of thing. You know, just sort of have a quick chat before we do stuff, and then we can get into the game. I've also updated the timer display on the screen for describing how quickly people locked in. So now it is to the 1,000th of a second accuracy. So now it should actually yield the correct numbers to separate rather than tied to the nearest hundredth. It's now to the 1,000th of a second. And I've also added another thing as well, which we will get to when we get to it, for added tension. You don't know what's that, but woo. Well, you'll find out eventually. So 1 more minute to join this game. 1 more minute, and then we will lock the lobby up. So we're currently at 36 players in. And thank you for the 300 bits there, Theory again. Thank you for that. Also, I still need to fix the music loop here. I haven't done the music loop yet in this particular situation. Just imagine that music is still going on in the background. Okay, 36 players. We still have space for another 13. Are our standard generate gambling options open for this game? Oh no, not on this game. I'm not going to concern myself with those things yet on this game. We'll do on the second one, but not for this one. I just want to make this cash game just a cash game, or prize game really, rather than cash game. So this is a prize game, and then we can deal with fun and gambly stuff on the second game. AKA, I do not want to break the bot. Basically that, G-Isons, because there is a prize on offer here, I don't want things to break. So that is entirely accurate. Right, that was that 1 minute ago was now 2 minutes ago, I think. So I'll give you the last 10 seconds to join the lobby. So because we'd still have about 11 spots open, even if you were not wanting to take the prize, I don't know, potentially join in now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's play Winning Lines. You can say my number in chat, all one word, and it'll tell you where you are on the 49ers if you're using one of the anonymous avatars. Otherwise, just look for your avatar, and that is your number. Welcome to Winning Lines. Welcome to the 49ers. Not quite 49ers, but we do have some empty slots there. But it is the 49ers, and here is how to play. So, in this round, you will see a question in Twitch chat and also on the stream. The answer to which will be a number, and it'll be an integer somewhere between 0 and 10,000. Once the question has gone in chat, then it is live for you to answer. And you just need to answer either in public chat or whisper to Quizbot3000 the answer you think it is. As long as you give me some numerical format in your message, it will accept your answer, and it will log the time you sent it. Once we have done all of that, then we will reveal who answered the question in pink. Once we reveal what the correct answer is, we'll then light you blue or red, depending on if you gave me a correct answer, blue, or a wrong answer, red. If you give me a correct answer, and you were the fastest to give me the correct answer, then you will move on to the second round, called Looking After Number 1. However, if you give me a wrong answer, you don't want to do that, because you will then be eliminated from the game. The only way you can come back from being eliminated in the dark is if everyone else that's still eligible to play also does the same. Very rare circumstance, but it has happened just the once. Whether in testing or otherwise, but it has happened the once. So, for the first few questions, only answer if you are absolutely confident in what the answer is, because if you give me a wrong answer, then you're gone. Once we get to like question 5 and question 6, those are your last opportunities to get into looking after number 1, because we are only looking for 6 players to advance through to round number 2. So at that point, then you might want to start sort of hazarding a guess if you're not completely certain, because a guess could get you through. Although, question 6, sometimes we've also had the case where... Matt! Thank you for the tier 3 resub! 18-month tier 3 resub from Matt the Ref. And he's taken the catchphrase, which basically sums the entire round up. And Wipeout was Wednesday. So, Matt, what's the catchphrase? That is it. Thank you for the 18-month resub, Matt. And it is, if you're fast, you're last. And if you're wrong, then you are gone. Gone.wav. Gone emote definitely needed. So, simple as that, really. So if you are all ready, let's play Winning Lines. Good luck to you all. Fingers on those numbers. Here comes question number 1. What is the sum of the internal angles of a triangle? Nice simple start. What is the sum of the internal angles of a triangle? Okay, we'll light you pink if you played. We have 34 players answering this question. The answer that we're looking for here was actually quite simple. 180 is all we're looking for. 180. If you gave me those 3 digits in that order, 180, then we will light you blue. If you give me anything else other than 180, then I'm afraid we're going to light you red. We've got 4 players getting it wrong. 8 Minky with 170. Inisk with 18, missing off that crucial 0 on the end. Lupine went with double it, went with 360. Lacaswell also went with 360 as well. Unfortunately, to Ape, Inisk, Lupine 1, and Lacus Welt, they are wrong answers, and at this early stage of the game, we have to say goodbye. 30 players did give me a right answer. Now, here comes the tension. They used to do this on one of the older editions of Winning Lines, but then they cut it, I presume, for time. I'm going to reveal from 3rd up to 1st, because I can do that. So, in 3rd place, with a lock-in time of 4.201 seconds, is Connor M27. In 2nd place, with 3.798 seconds, is Clive of Legend. He's not first. Who was first? Who got ahead of Clive? So, ahead of Clive by 1/10 of a second with 3.681 seconds is Procyon. Procyon, you are the first through to looking after number 1. And there are all the times there for your curiosity. Off they all go. So well done, Procyon. You are the first through to looking after number 1. And although we're not really doing the winning lines thing, I still have to do the shtick. We lose the 2 and keep the 9, and the first digit in our winning line is a 9. So that is where we're going to be starting with the winning line, but we don't care about that. So, congratulations to Procyon, you're the first one through. Unlucky there to Ape, Inisk, Ralph, and Lacus Welt. Unfortunately, giving me a wrong answer. You are eliminated for now. Maybe you could be brought back in. Oh, hello, Procyon's... Procyon's class, hello there. Hope you're all doing well out there. Right, remaining players that are still in. Here comes your second chance. Get ready. Fingers on numbers. This is question number 2. How old is UK comedian and TV presenter Paddy McGuinness? Oh dear, good luck. I don't know when this was dated. Anyone want to chance it? Yeah, I don't know how dated this question is. It could be at the very least 1 year old, this question, which means it's off by 1. Well, we'll light you pink if you played. I can tell you no one played it. So no one played the question anyway, so doesn't mean anything. I can reveal the correct answer we're looking for was 46, for whatever it matters. 46 is the answer we were looking for there. Never mind. We just throw that question out. It made no difference to the game. If you're all ready for a redo, fingers on numbers, here is your redo question 2. What is the sum of the smallest 2-digit prime number and the smallest 3-digit prime number? Prime numbers. What's the sum of the smallest 2-digit and smallest 3-digit? Can't imagine many people answering this one, but we'll let you pink if you played. 9 players have gone for this question. So the smallest 2-digit prime number, would that be 11? I believe. And then would it be 101 as the 3-digit prime number? 11 and 101? Is that correct? So if that's the case, 11 and plus 101 would make a sum of 112, if I'm doing the maths right. And that's certainly the answer I've got in front of me is 112. I'm just trying to work the numbers backwards. So, my answer, which it says on my card in front of me, which is my PC screen, is 112. If you gave me 112 as your answer, we will light you blue. If you gave me anything else, we will light you red. Sort of a 50-50 split here. Lugaroo went with 99. Can't Quiz Won't Quiz went with 103. Samster with 114. How Tatu with 103. So I'm afraid to you 4, we do have to say goodbye. Now, because I've got new information in front of me, I can tell you that if Lugaroo had given me the correct answer, they would have advanced through to looking after number 1 because they were the fastest respondent. But unfortunately, it was the wrong answer. Unlucky there, Lugaroo. 5 players were right. Let's go in reverse order. So, from 3rd place and upwards. In 3rd place, with a time of 14.406 seconds, was Timmy Turby. In 2nd place, with a time of 11.351 seconds, is Score Count. So, who beat Score Count? Well, they beat them by 3.35 seconds. So, with a time of pretty much 8 seconds on the dot, it is, at podium number 14, Car the 7th. Very well played, Car. You take the 2nd place in looking after number 1. There's the extra information for you. Cetra got 4th place. Kramdos got 5th place. So, Car, you take the 2nd place. We lose the 1 and keep the 4. And the 2nd digit in our winning line is a 4. Not that that really matters. It was indeed quite quick. 8 seconds to process the question, do the prime numbers, and do the sum. That is pretty fast, I must say. Very well played, Car. You have your position in looking after number 1. 2 players through, 4 yet to find. This is your 3rd opportunity, remaining players. So if you're ready, fingers on those numbers. Here is question number 3. If Giles Brandreth had 500 incredibly garish jumpers but threw out 30% of them when he became an MP, how many would he have left? If Giles Brandreth had 500 incredibly garish jumpers but threw out 30% of them when he became an MP, how many would he have left? Again, sort of simple math, just in disguise with a lot of question in between. We will like you pink if you played. 14 players attempting this question. So, I mean, you could go do it the simple way. If you said that, if you're looking at just 10%, then you just knock a 0 on the end of the 500 to give you 50. So 10% is 50. And if you go from 10% to 30%, you multiply by 3. So that means 50 times 3 is 150. Subtract that off the 500, and you should have 350 left. So if you gave me 350 in that order, we will light you blue. If you gave me anything else, then I'll light you red. Everyone got it right. Very well played, all 14 of you giving me a right answer. So now we go in reverse order. In third place, with a time of 6.513 seconds, is Shadowmane. Unlucky there, Shadowmane, but very fast time. Faster than that, with 6.264 seconds, was Clive of Legend. Again, not fast, not the first player again. Somehow not the first player. Someone beat Clive of Legend to it. And they beat them by 0.55 of a second. Someone beat Clive by just over half a second. Who was it? Who beat Clive of Legend? With a time of 5.713 seconds, it was... Score Count! Score Count, you have taken the third place in looking after number 1. There's the information there. Very well played. Sub 6 seconds lock-in is very good after reading all that question. I mean, if you want to give your answers 24, by all means, but it definitely doesn't work out for you if you do that. Okay. Score count, we lose the 4 and keep the 3, and third digit in our winning line is a 3. You have a 3 in your winning line now. 943. Doesn't really matter. We're not doing that thing in this particular game. So we're halfway through the first round. 3 players through. 3 slots to fill. So maybe you want to start considering guessing your answers if you haven't really been guessing them. And if you're ready, fingers on numbers. Here is question number 4. If August loaned one of its days to July, how long would the 7th month of the year last? If August loaned one of its days to July, how long would the 7th month of the year last? How well can you parse the question? Let's find out. We'll light you pink if you played. 16 players answering this question. So, let's just go through this one by one. So, August is the 8th month of the year, so we're not actually talking about how long August is. We don't really care how many days it has. It's going to give one of its days over to July. July is the 7th month of the year, and certainly usually in the Gregorian calendar, July is normally 31 days long. So if you add an extra day to that, then you're actually looking for 32 days as your answer. So that is the answer we're looking for, is 32. If you gave me 32, we will light you blue. If you gave me anything else, then I'll light you red. Just 2 players getting it wrong. Pum and Ben went with 30. Naked Grandma went with 31. Unlucky to you two. Those are wrong answers, though. I'm going to have to say goodbye. If you're having weird music sounds, that's probably because Twitch is trying to speed up and slow down the stream to match back up to live. So you may have to sort of pause and replay the stream to catch it up proper. So congratulations to 14 players giving me the right answer there. But again, only 1 player can advance through to looking after number 1 on this question. So we'll go in reverse order. With a time of 7.066 seconds, we've had this name before, I think. And that name is Connor. Connor, you're in third place with 7.066 seconds. It's a good time, but not fast enough. Second place with 6.513 seconds, so about half a second off there. 6.513 seconds is Shapes. We like shapes. Again, pretty fast, but not fast enough. Is it third time the charm for Clive? Well, with a time of let's put it this way. Nearly 2 seconds faster than Shapes did. With a time of 4.628 seconds. It was... Yeah, it was Clive Legend this time. Clive finally getting in there. And yes, about 2 seconds ahead of second place Shapes. Very fast lock-in. Very, very fast. So, second, and first. You take your place now, Clive. We lose the 4 and keep the 5. And the fourth digit in the winning line now is a 5. 4 players through, 2 yet to find. So this could be your penultimate chance to get into looking after number 1 for a prize. So good luck, remaining players. Fingers on those numbers. Here is question number 5. How many chromosomes does the average human have? Just how many chromosomes? How many? Bit tricksy if you're not reading the full question properly. We will let you peek if you played. 9 players answering this question. So, read the question again. How many chromosomes does the average human have? There is no pair of mention in there. There is no pair of chromosomes. It is how many chromosomes. So, the answer I have on my card is 46. 23 pairs, but I'm not asking for pairs, I'm asking for the singulate, so multiply that 23 by 2 for 46. So, 46 is what I'm looking for. If you gave me 46, then I like you blue. Anything else, I'm afraid I'm going to have to like you red. And yes, 3 players going for 23 there. Party Me, Toad Boy, V Trudel, and Carlo went with just 2. I think they're missing... I guess they're going for the pairs part of chromosomes, but unfortunately that's not what we're looking for there. So, to you 4 players, it's a valiant effort, but on question number 5, we have to say goodbye. 5 players got it right, though. So we can't take that away from them. 5 players did get it right. In reverse order. So from third place with a time of 6.085 seconds is Cetra. Cetra, again, very fast. Not fast enough. Ahead of you by about 0.5 of a second. So about half a second in second place. With a time of 5.598 seconds is Keshy Head. Very fast, but just not fast enough. Someone beat you by 0.32 seconds, roughly speaking. Fastest player with a time of 5.140 seconds is... Proogs! It is indeed Proogs! With a time of 5.140 seconds as mentioned. And there you all are. Connor got 4th place with 6.366. Random Zombie 7.491. You want to know what your time was, Sheldon? I can tell you. You would have been the fastest with 4.417 had you been right. So you would have been ahead by about 0.7 of a second. Unlucky. So you were right. You were fastest, but unfortunately not right. And that's what matters. So, Proogs, you take the penultimate spot. We lose the 3, keep the 5, and the 5th digit in our winning line is a 5. 94355 now in our winning line. That we don't really matter about anyway. So, here we are then. Potentially your last chance to get through to looking after number 1 for a prize. But if for some reason no one gives me a right answer, then we will do another question afterwards. It's whoever gives me a correct answer next will potentially get through. You must be correct and fast, the fastest, to advance through to looking after number 1. So this could be your last chance. Remaining players, fingers on those numbers. Here is question number 6. What's the first 2-digit perfect cube? What is the first 2-digit perfect cube? Okay. Light your pink if you played. 12. Give me an answer here. Yes. 2-digit perfect cube. Read the full question. The answer that I have in front of me here is 27. Presumably 3 by 3 by 3. 27 is the answer I'm looking for. If you gave me 2 and 7 in that order, yes, you did miss a 27 question, Connor. Then I'm afraid I'm going to have to... Well, if you gave me the correct answer, I'll light you blue. If you did not give me the correct answer, then I'm going to light you red. We do have some right answers, so we will be ending on this round, on this question. Unfortunately, Patrick 18 is wrong. Biz 69 Nice is wrong. Kramdos 9 is wrong. And Cetra 64 is also wrong. But some good guesses there. Some good guesses. Unfortunately, to you 4 players, we have to say goodbye, but it doesn't really matter because we already have a resolution here. So now it comes to how fast these remaining 8 players locked in their answers. In 3rd place, with a time of 9.852 seconds. It's a decent response time, but not fast enough, I'm afraid. Topper One Gaming. Hard luck. 2nd place. The time of 8.232 seconds, so we're looking over a second faster than that. 8.232 seconds. Again, not fast enough, but very well played. The Dogfish. So, who was faster than Dogfish? It wasn't Dogfish, no. In 1st place by another clear second ahead of Dogfish, with a time of 7.252 seconds, is Timwee Turby. Very well played, Timwee. You were the fastest on that question. So you have taken the final spot in looking after number 1. Timwee will be moving on into the 2nd round. So there was the times. Look at Puzzle Dance, Cycle Space and Theory of Game, all within the same second bracket there. 11.4, 11.4, and 11.6. It's only going downhill from here. Well, the thing is, Timwee, with how round 2 works, you could win by doing nothing and playing the Luigi strat. So who knows? Anything can happen. Anyway, let's resolve this winning line. We lose the 4, keep the 1. Last digit in our winning line is a 1. Put it in numerical order, and we get 1, 3, 4, 5, 5, 9. Doesn't really matter what all of that is. And all that is good. Okay, well, congratulations there. Hello. Tipster! Tipster! Thank you for the 10-month resub there, Tipster, and all of the emotes and stuff. Greatly appreciated. Now, oh, is that going to break things? I hope not. I hope I can continue the game. We'll find out if we can or not. Okie dokie. Well, we'll press the next round button in a moment and see if it actually works or not. So congratulations to the 6 players that have advanced through to looking after number 1. Commiserations to everyone else. You'll just have to sit tight and wait for the next game, which unfortunately will not be for prizes, but will be for fun. So I'm going to press the next round button. I'm going to hope things work, because a null reference has come up for whatever reason. I need to figure out why that is later. If we do not manage to play the game proper, then I can fast track these players through into a game if we do a new lobby. So let's see how it goes. Let's go over to looking after number 1. We're good. We're good. We're okay. We can play the game. So, we have the digits of 14, 29, 35, 41, 43, and 45. This is going to be an interesting round. A very interesting round. So, let's quickly go over the rules of looking after number 1. So, this is a bit like round number 1, except there are only 6 possible answers that you can see before you now. 14, 29, 35, 41, 43, and 45 are the only possible answers in this round. So, again, a question will appear in chat and also on screen. And then you'll be able to answer. Whoever locks in the answer first, or locks in an answer first, should I say, will buzz in. Whoever buzzes in will then have control, and we'll see how well you do. If you gave me the correct answer, and it is your own number, then you keep yourself in the game. You keep yourself in play. If you buzz in with the correct answer, and it is someone else's number, then you will knock that other person out of the game. If you buzz in, but you give me a wrong answer, regardless if it is your number, someone else's number, or another number entirely, then that is your mistake and you will eliminate yourself. And we keep doing this until only one player survives. However, as I mentioned, whoever gets second place in this game will get Discord Nitro gifted to them. Whoever gets first place will then take their place into the Wonder Wall in a moment. But we'll find out who that is by playing the game. So we just keep rinsing and repeating this process until only one player remains, and that is the end of looking after number 1. So, how do you buzz in? You just literally give me the answer, Timwee, and if you're the first to answer, then we class you as buzzing in for the game, as it were. So just answer as quickly as you can, like you did in round number 1, and if you're the first to answer, then you will be the one to buzz in, as it were. So, that's basically it. If you want to play the sort of conservative strategy, only answer if you think it is your own number. If you want to play the aggressive strategy, then answer on every possible question if you're confident in the answer. That's basically how this game works. Just through RNG, your number may not come up at all. It's just how the game works. So you can win by playing the Luigi strat and literally doing nothing at all. We have seen it happen before. And also, if you want the score count strat, you just give an answer that makes no sense to the question. That is also possible. So, hopefully that all makes sense. And to your 6 players, well, you'll be able to see them in a moment, Timwee. But yes, I believe those are the 6 digits. Yes. So, to our Super 6, let's play looking after number 1. Good luck to you all. To the remaining 6 players. Fingers on those numbers. Here comes your first question. If Maxwell Smart's code number was half as large, what would it be? Procyon has buzzed in. Gone with 43. The answer that I have on my card is... It is indeed 43. It is the correct answer. Very well, Procyon. The aggressive strategy there. Unfortunately, score count. That was your number. You didn't choke, but unfortunately, it was your number. You should have answered ahead of Procyon. We have to say goodbye, and you are in the dark. So now score count is out of play. So for the purposes of the game, there now cannot be a 43 answer. Answers left now in play are 14, 29, 35, 41, and 45. If you need to say something in public chat to clear out any repetition, I don't think anyone needs to, but just to make you aware as well, if you are using public chat, that there is the 30-second timeout that Twitch imposes on you saying the same exact thing twice in a row. So what I'll say is, if you do answer in public chat and you want to give another answer, then just say something else entirely to clear out that 30-second timeout. But with all that said, remaining 5 players... Fingers on those numbers. Here is your next question. In EastEnders, Pauline Fowler lived at which number house in Albert Square? 5 seconds. Oh, there's a bit of UK con. Time. No one has answered the question in time, which means whoever should have answered will be eliminated. It's not a first jumble, no, not at all. We have had that happen before. So, no one electing to answer. One of you will be eliminated. Anyone in chat have a guess of this? Not seen any guesses yet. Anyone want to offer a guess on this? There's no penalty at all at this point. 14, 29. Must be fairly low. Proofs 35, 43. Stop guessing 29, 45. Can reveal that Pauline Fowler lived at 45 Albert Square. Clive, that was your number. So I'm afraid, Clive, by not answering, we have to say goodbye. And you're in the dark. And then there were 4. Remaining answers now are 14, 29, 35, and 41. 4 players remaining. Need to eliminate another 2 before we get some prizes. Remaining players, fingers on numbers. Here is your next question. If the garden path to hell is 140 miles long and I've already walked 3/4 of it, how many more miles have I got to go, Procyon? You went with 35. So 140, you can divide that by 2 to make 70, and divide that by 2 again to make 35. So if we've done 3/4 of it, that means then we would have 35 miles left. It is the correct answer. And Proogs, that was your number. Unfortunately, you answered too slow. Procyon got ahead of you there. We have to say goodbye to you, and you're in the dark. And then there were 3. Car at number 14, Procyon at number 29, Timwe at 41. One more player to eliminate before we get to see some prizes. Remaining players, fingers on numbers. Here's the question. The citizenship clause is the first sentence of which amendment to the US Constitution? Car. You went with 14. Seems reasonably low for the US Constitution. Is it reasonably low? The answer that I was looking for was indeed 14. You are right to say that. Say something else in chat if you need to, Car, to clear out your the timeout on saying the exact same 14 again. And if you are ready, remaining players, fingers on numbers. Here's the next question. On which track does the Chattanooga Choo Choo run? Which track? 5 seconds. Time. No one answered, so we will be saying goodbye to whoever should have given me the answer. Score count immediately saying bye, Procyon. Procyon saying the F word. Score count believes it's 29. Lugaru says it's track 29. Won't you give me a line? Procyon's never heard of this. Is the answer track 29? The answer I was looking for on my card is 29. Procyon, that was your number. You should have given me an answer. Unfortunately, you did not. We have to say goodbye, and you're in the dark. So, we are left with Car at podium 14 and Timwe with the numbers reversed round at 41. Both of you have won a prize. It's whether now you get a Discord Nitro or whether you can make it and turn it into more, and turn it into possibly £20 of Steam. So, number 14, number 41. Get ready, fingers on numbers. Here is your question. A fortnight is how many days long? Car got there first. But what was that I saw? The answer he gave was 24. It's a typo answer. It's not one of the answers I'm looking for, Car. I know you know what the right number is. I'm sure Timwe knows what the right answer is. A fortnight is 14 days long. It was your number, Car, so you were right to answer, but you answered with the wrong number. So I'm afraid, Car, we have to say goodbye. And the Luigi strat works out once again. And Timwee wins. Congratulations, Timwee. You will be going over to the Wonderwall in a moment to convert your Discord Nitro into possibly up to £20 of Steam. Commiserations there to Car. You take second place though, which does mean you will get a free month of Discord Nitro. So do message me on Discord to remind me to do that, and I will sort out getting you a month of Discord Nitro. So Timwee, did you think you'd get this far in the game? Did you think you'd get this far? I have no idea. But you're here right now. Nope. Okay, well, not at all. Well, not only have you got the chance of earning a prize up to £20 in Steam, you can also potentially earn up to 1 million doots, which is my virtual currency in this community, by playing this game. So, let's take you over to the Wonderwall. Let's press the right button and take you over to the Wonderwall. So, this is just for you now, Timwee. This is sort of your parade, as it were, your parade lap here. Oh, this entire thing was still running doots. You don't know how this works, so we will indeed explain to you, Timwee. Do not worry. So, here's how the Wonderwall works. You'll need some luck here. So, you can earn up to 1 million doots here, and also up to £20 in gifts in Steam. So you will see on stream 49 answers, each with a number 1 through 49. You will then be given a question in chat and also on screen, to which the answer is somewhere amongst those 49 answers. All you need to do is you need to give me the number associated to the answer that you can see on the screen. It will scroll left and right because it's very difficult to put 49 answers on screen and have it be legible. So it will slide from the left to the right and back again and keep doing that throughout. There are 49 answers up there. If you give me a correct answer, then we bump you up on the ladder. And if you give me 20 correct answers in total, then you can earn 1 million doots. There are things you can do. So, if you give me a wrong answer, for example, then you'll get a strike. If you give me 3 strikes in the game, then you'll be eliminated and you'll plummet all the way back down to 0. At least for you, that means you're still guaranteed a Discord Nitro for a month in that. But do bear in mind that if you do get 3 strikes, you are out. Or gone. You can pass a question by saying pass. If you're not certain what the answer is, you can just say pass in chat and it'll pass it. You have 2 of those at your disposal in the game. You can also pit. What this does is it freezes the in-game timer for 15 seconds to allow you to have a glance at the wall for about 15 seconds or so. And just gives you a little chance, a little pit stop. And you have, again, 2 of those at your disposal throughout the game. You can't answer while we're in a pit, but the game will tell you that anyway. We have 4 minutes on the clock to start with, so if you use both pits, then essentially you have 4.5 minutes in this entire game. Unless you get up to all 20 correct answers, then you can bail out once we've hit 2 strikes, or there's 30 seconds left. As long as you bail out before the end of the game, then you preserve what you've earned. So if you got up to like 13 correct answers and we're on 20 seconds left in the game, if you say bail or bail out, then we'll stop the game. You bail out with whatever you have earned. If you give me all 20, then you win the top prize. So, for the prizes involved, you're already on Discord Nitro. If you get up to 10 correct answers and bail, if you do not bail, then you will lose, Timwee. Yes, you must bail at some point in the game. Unless you get all 20 correct, then it automatically bails for you, essentially. So, you automatically got Discord Nitro, but that could be bumped up to £10 Steam if you get 10 correct answers and bail, or 10 or more and bail. If you get up to the 20 correct answers, then I'll bump it up to £20 Steam. Does that all make sense? Hopefully it all makes sense once we see the screen. There are additional commands, but I don't know if I want to overwhelm you with the extra commands. As Connor says, there are actually things there you can go left, middle, or right, and it snaps you to the left, middle, or right side of the screen, but I wouldn't worry too much about that because you should still be able to achieve a perfect game without using them. Does it all make sense? I hope so. Pass, pit, bail, and numbers. Those are the commands, yes. Those are the major commands, Timwee. Yes, absolutely. Okay, cool. If you are ready then, Timwee, good luck. And let's play Wonderwall. Reveal the answers. So this is your 15 seconds chance now to have a look at the answers before we start the game. Take them in, try and remember where they are. Not necessarily their exact numbers, but try and remember roughly where they are on screen. And if you are ready, here comes your first question. Who is the owner of Orville Duck? Who is the owner of Orville the Duck? Don't forget, if you're not certain, you can pass. You are going to pass. Brett Summers and Charles Nelson Riley appeared as regular panelists on which long-running American game show? Some difficult questions to start with. Can't do much about that, I'm afraid. Okay, no more passes left now. Which dual host also presented daytime game show Breakaway? You know what, chat? If you want to help, I don't mind that. I wouldn't mind you if you did want to help out. Because this is a gift. You are right, though. Yes, absolutely. Nick Hancock is right. A faun is a mythical creature that is half man and half which animal? Yes, Goat is correct. Who played James Bond in Skyfall? Yes, 5, Daniel Craig is correct. An insect known for its long-distance migration is the monarch what? I normally would say only let the main player play, but I'm being generous here. You can all help him get to a top prize if you want. Butterfly is correct. Jimi Hendrix was famous for playing which instrument? He's still on Discord Nitro at the moment. Your guitar is correct. What term is used to describe the tennis score of 40-40? You should know this one. You've done a contain module on this. You should know this one. Deuce is correct, yes. Who is the author of the Dresden Files book series? 2 minutes left. You still have 2 pits. There is your first pit. Okay, just relax for a moment. Here's the question again. Who is the author of the Dresden Files book series? You currently have 6 correct answers. If you give me 4 correct answers and then we bail near the end of the game, then you are up to £10 on Steam. And we're now back in play. You can now answer. 1 minute 50 left. Who's the author of the Dresden Files? Yes, Butcher is correct. A timer consisting of 2 bulbs through which sand flows when upturned traditionally goes by what name? Yes, an hourglass is correct. 1.5 minutes left. Which 60s animated Disney film features an orangutan named King Louie? Jungle Book is correct. In a purely botanical sense, what is a cucumber? Oh, sneaky. Yes, but it is a fruit. You're up to £10 in Steam. Justin Timberlake released which of his songs on May the 6th, 2016? 1 minute left. Can't Stop the Feeling is correct. The practice in film and TV to include only one woman in an otherwise entirely male ensemble, coined in 1991 by Cather Pollitt, is named after which fictional female character? Let me back my words. There's the pit again. You're currently at 11. The practice in film and TV to include only one woman in an otherwise entirely male ensemble, coined in 91 by Cather Pollitt, is named after which fictional female character? 9 away from the top prize. 49 seconds left and we're back in play. Smurfette is correct. Which fast food company is famous for its golden arches? It's golden arches. McDonald's is correct. Who composed the music for Super Mario Brothers? Last 30 seconds now. Remember, you do need to bail by the end of the timer, otherwise you do not get it. Condo is what we're looking for. If you go to an Italian restaurant and order pasta primavera, you'll get pasta served with what? You are going to bail. I do not blame you. I do not blame you on bailing there. Absolutely great game. And with 13 correct answers bailed, that means you will be getting £10 of Steam from moi. Very well played. Let's quickly go over those questions you passed on. So, Brett Summers and Charles Nelson Riley, they were on Match Game. Also, who was the owner of Orville Duck? That was Keith Harris, a very sort of UK thing, that. And pasta primavera, that's pasta with vegetables. Pasta with vegetables is what I'm looking for there. But 13 is absolutely great, especially for the first run on this. And yeah, 80,000 loots have been added to your account, presumably, and you got yourself £10 of Steam from me. So do message me on Discord about that. Remind me to do that, and I'll arrange that when I can. Same to you, to Car. Do message me on Discord to arrange the Discord Nitro, and I will do that. Thank you very much. Oh, there was vegetables and a vegetable, was there? Oh, yeah, right. Wow. Indeed, that is pretty cruel, isn't it? I presume those are for different answer sets, but that's just how the RNG goes sometimes. It can happen, absolutely. So very well played, everyone. Hope you had fun with that. And now it's time to just have fun with it entirely. So we go back to the void very briefly. Back to the void once again, and we started all over from scratch. Press the button. Intro sequence once again. Is it lotto time? Do I want to do lotto tonight? No, because I am concerned with finishing definitely at 10 tonight, because I have other things to do this evening. I know I have things to do. So I'm not going to do the lottery, but I am going to do the winning line prediction. I will do the winning line prediction. So what I need to do that is I need to go to Rubik's. Okay, we're not doing the lottery because it's the National Lottery, brought to you by GM Rubik's. Gifting out subs there to Mithers, Undead, Caffeine Boost, Joey Gaterman, and Mappy 1984 from space. Yes, I can do a full spin. California girls. Rubik's, that is super generous. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Also, thank you to Shane for the follow just 6 minutes ago. Just noticed that in my feed. Thank you for the follow there. Greatly appreciated. I am at 902 followers on Twitch at the moment, so I'm only 98 away from hitting 1,000 followers. So there will potentially be a 1,000 follower special? Question mark, question mark. So I don't know what that will be yet, but we will be doing something. Push for partner. Well, considering my previous stream on Wipeout was on 85 viewers at one point, and I'm currently at 73 today, that's entirely possible. 1,000 questions. No, 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 I am not doing 1,000 questions. I am not doing 1,000 questions. No, I am not. 1,000 followers is 1,000 heartbeats. Oh my god. I mean, that's the obvious tie-in, isn't it? 1,000 million. Oh Jesus. 1,000 times 1,000 being a million. Yeah, we could do million-second quiz. No. Right. Let me do the rewards. I need the rewards. That's what I'm looking for. Where are the rewards again? Press the button to channel and go to not the channel. Where is it? Affiliates probably. Affiliate section maybe. Where? Why is it not here anymore? What's the follow there? Who's followed? Who has followed while I'm looking at menus? Delirium, presumably. That's how you're supposed to say it. Thank you for the follow there, Delirium. Where is it? Channel points. There we go. That's the menu I'm looking for. Manage rewards. And we're going to turn on claim a winning line ticket. And then let's open up the lobby. And also not hear anything, apparently, because I've got it muted. There we go. JDGG. So there's no pressure this time. There's no prizes on offer. Just doots on offer now. So you're free to join. And say the restriction of 49 is still a thing. So do bear that in mind. So we have the thing called the claim a winning line ticket redemption with the channel points, the Duke coin. As you saw in the first round, we were constructing a winning line out of who got through into looking after number one. We just sort of took the units digit each time and constructed a 6-digit number. And on the original show, that would then construct a sort of a phone number subset, if that makes sense. So that people that have those digits in their phone number can then call in to then potentially take part in the next week's show. What we do over here is I am opening up this redemption where you can claim a winning line ticket, where you try and predict what you think the winning line will be. Doesn't matter what order the digits are. We'll do I do it by a count of each individual digits, their distinct counts, as it were, their unit counts. And if you are one of the closest to predict by number of digits correct, then I'll get you some doots. I forget how many doots I gave to people like Drahuska, etc., because they seem to be very good at predicting somehow. But I forget what it was, but I'll give you some doots if you are one of the closest with your prediction. And you can predict multiple times, just as however many Duke coin you have to give and you want to spend, then you can do that as much as you want. And hopefully the game will handle it. 5k, thank you for the reminder. I did think it was 5,000 dukes for it. So at least gives another opportunity for people to earn doots, not through the means of the game if they are experiencing slow internet or laggy chat or something like that. At least you could potentially still win some doots, but through a nice random guess. That all makes sense. But yes, I am concerned about finishing at 10 p.m. tonight, so it'll probably only be this one game extra, and no extra lottery today. I would love to do another lottery, but I'm just concerned with finishing the stream on a reasonable time. I have received there's that. Matt, I did see you send a @ message at me. Why or what did you @ message me for? You might have to whisper me because because chat is going crazy at the moment, with everyone redeeming. But I did see your message in public chat with an @ on it, so. Oh, music's finished. Music's finished. Give you a couple more minutes to join in. We currently have 42 in the seats there. So we could be on a good 49ers here. Can we get another 7 players in? Can we make it a full 49er? I don't know if we can. So yeah, this is all part of the 12 days of Quizmas, if you're not aware. Tomorrow we'll be going for the 4th day of Quizmas over with Ben, over on Royal_Flush, where he's going to play question mark. I know what it is, but I'm still going to say question mark because it's all supposed to be a secret. You'll only get to find out what it is when you actually play it, but you'll enjoy it nonetheless. And all of the games in the 12 days of Quizmas will have some prize associated to it of varying value. So yeah, I've had my 2 days of Quizmas this week. He will have his second one tomorrow. I am doing something else tomorrow that a couple of people know about, but I'm not going to mention otherwise because I don't know who else knows about it, and I don't want to ruin the surprise if they're intending on there being a surprise. So there's another thing that I'm doing, but you'll see eventually what it is. But I'm doing another thing. And another thing. There's too many things going on. I'm just trying to keep track of everything. I didn't see the thing from Matt, so I'm presuming nothing special there. Oh, I've got a message from someone else, though. I'll have a look at that in a moment. Okay, right. I will concern myself with that later because there's a lot of things to deal with that particular query. Right, 1 more minute to get in. We're up to 44. Can we make it 49? Just 5 more people. Even if you're not really concerned with playing, and you're just sort of loitering. If you're sort of lurking, then just join the game. Just join the game and fill in the slots. And we just get to see a full 49 players. That's it basically. Plus, you can just play. If you think you know what the answer is, you can just play. If you're in the lobby, if you're not in, then you can't answer and you can't get through. Simple as that. So why? Oh, thank you, Buzzer Bob. Why scupper the opportunity, eh? Might as well go for it because you can earn doots. You can earn doots if you do play as well. If you don't play, then you can't. Simple as that. Simple as that. Up to 46 now. 3 more slots. Can we make it a full 49er? Can we make it a full 49er? There's no harm in losing this one. Absolutely, you can't lose doots in this game. You can in 1,000 Heartbeats, but you can't in this. It's always good to see you, Buzzer Bob. How you been this week? How have you been this week? Pokemon Go has had an update, has it not? I'm not really that big into Pokemon Go, but I do play it every now and then. Just open it up on my phone every now and then and catch me some Pokemon. Yes, you can lose doots in 1,000 Heartbeats, Clive. Busy, exhausted, frustrated. That sounds about right. Have you been safe during this pandemic? I have indeed, yes. I've been keeping myself as safe as possible. Means I stay in the house away from everyone else. It's quite simple, really, but also quite lonely. Who's in debt? I don't know, actually. It's okay, it's lower than that. It's lower than that. No one is ranked 140 yet. There you go. Arkadar's on negative 100 doots. When you play as the Pulse in 1,000 Heartbeats, Clive, if you give a wrong answer, you lose doots. Because the Pulse points are now tied directly to doots in that game. So if you give a wrong answer, you actually lose doots. It's the only game doing it, and I like it because of chaos. I think those are doots now, okay. Oh, we're 48 now. Just 1 more slot. I mean, I could join and just fill in the extra spot. I could fill in the extra spot. I'm not going to play, but I could fill in the extra spot like that. There you go. Oh no, Scorecat's joining. Let me leave. There we go. We got enough now. We're up to 49 now, without me. So let's get this game underway. Let's play winning lines. I guess if I focus the right window and press the button. There we go. We're on a full 49ers. There you all are. If you're using one of the anonymous avatars, then you can say my number, all one word in chat, and it'll tell you what podium number you are. But everyone else, you can use your avatar to identify who you are. Okay, well, this one is not for prizes, but it's just for doots. I say just for doots. Doots mean everything. So let's quickly go over the rules, if you weren't here before, of how the 49ers work. This is round number 1. We need to see 6 players advance through to round number 2. How do we do that? Well, we ask questions to which there is a numerical answer. Generally an integer. In fact, not generally, always an integer. Somewhere in the range of 0 to 10,000. Once the question is said in chat, then the question is live. Critically, you just need to give me the correct answer and be the fastest to give me the correct answer. If you do that, then you'll take one of the spots in round number 2. If you give me a wrong answer, though, if you decide to answer and give me a wrong answer, then unfortunately you will be eliminated. You do not have to answer if you're not certain on a question. Abstaining does not penalise you in any way on this particular round. But it obviously prevents you from taking the opportunity on that question. But there are 6 places to fill. So, as Matt says, if you're fast, you last, and if you're wrong, you're gone. That's basically how this works. Are you allowed to use invisible render pictures for Avatar? I can. It's just these are just using opaque rendering at the moment. So it's just easy to get opaque rendering working, because transparency is always an irritation, especially when trying to do shadows and that. But it's possible. It is possible to do. It's just more of an irritation. But yes, can do transparency. Just I don't deal with transparency because it's slightly easier. Okay, so that's basically how this works. Oh yeah, gone. Sorry. There you go. Did I write this quiz software myself? I did indeed. Yes. Pretty much everything I do on my stream is all my own doing. Essentially, what I did is I took the experience I put into doing Twitch Plays Catane, and took all the critical parts from that and put that into its own little library that I use for all of my games. And pretty much every game I use, bar one, have Twitch integration. One of them is direct WebSocket connection stuff. So whatever. No, 2 have direct WebSocket connections. Something like that. But yeah, pretty much everything I do on my stream is something I've coded myself. Not necessarily my own unique idea. There is one out there that is my own unique idea called Outright. But the others are previous game shows, and I've just Twitchified them to make it more accessible for everyone. From Catane to making game shows, basically, yes. So, if you're all ready, good luck, and let's play Winning Lines. So, I'm one of the few people out here on Twitch that develop their own software and then broadcast it on Twitch. There's not many that do that. There's a lot of people that do game development and broadcast that, and then they ship it. And there's a lot of people that play these sorts of interactive games on Twitch, but the crossing of those two is quite rare. Crossing over is quite rare. You've implemented Jeopardy, Millionaire, and a quiz show of your own design, but not done anything on Twitch with that. Only at live events. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I just did it with Twitch because I had the experience on Catane Twitch, or Twitch Catane. TP Catane. There you go. That's better. Twitch Plays Catane. That makes more sense. So yeah, and I've just built up a community kind of based around that. And also Royal Flush has done very much the same kind of thing as I've done. He has a lot more of his own original game show ideas though, versus what I do. So yeah. Well, we do Jeopardy in Discord. There's a lot of yeah. I mean, yeah. It's a lot of grey area. I mean, this, like I say, this is not my idea. It's very, very grey zone. It's very wild west legality speaking. What is DMCA? Oh, well, I might find that out later. Who knows? Anyway, we won't get on to that. We'll just get to playing games and having fun. Good luck, everyone. Fingers on those numbers. And if you're ready, here is question number 1. How old is Victor Meldrew when he is forced into early retirement in the first episode of One Foot in the Grave? Good luck for those that want to chance this. How well do people know their UK sitcoms? Clearly not many people have answered this one, because I can see how many have. But like your pink if you played. 5 players have answered this particular question. So, the answer I have on my card that I very much do believe, Matt, I know that's the catchphrase, but I very much do believe that the answer here is 60. 60. If you gave me 60 in that order, then I'll like you blue. Anything else, and I'll like you red. So, Pozzodan 100 is too old. Effrontery 23 is way too young. And Delirium 65 is a decent guess. A very decent guess, but unfortunately not the right guess. So I'm afraid to you 3, Pozzodan, Effrontery, and Delirium, it's an early departure, and we have to say goodbye. So it's between Procyon and Clive of Legend. I do have to go through the shtick, but there's no third place, so we at least skip that phase. So in second place, with a time of 13.988 seconds, is Procyon, which does mean, by rights, if we go through the process and get rid of the thing, does mean that Clive was the fastest, quite considerably so, by 5 and a bit seconds. Just 5.7 seconds, you know, just a casual 5.7 seconds there. Well done, Clive. You take the first spot in looking after number 1. Also, I need to close the redemptions for the winning line tickets so that people can't claim that after the fact. So, now the winning line actually matters. We lose the 3 and keep the 8. So the first digit in our winning line this evening is an 8. So if you have an 8 somewhere in one of your predictions, then you are currently 1 for 1, as Connor has just said in chat. He is probably 1 for 1. I have yet to put in a special graphic to display how well people's predictions are doing. So you'll just have to remember, it knows behind the scenes, it's all in there, and it will tell you the answers afterwards. But that's where we currently are. 8 in our winning line. So 3 players have been eliminated. 1 has advanced through to looking after number 1. It's time for question number 2. Fingers on numbers, everyone. Here is question number 2. In a quote attributed to Thomas Edison, what % of genius is perspiration? In a quote attributed to Thomas Edison, what % of genius is perspiration? Okay, we'll light your pink if you played. 15 answered this question. The answer that I have in front of me is 99%. 99 is the number we were looking for, with just the 1% left over. So, if you gave me 99 as your answer, we'll light you blue. If you gave me anything else, we will light you red. And unfortunately, we have Haltatu, Lugaru, Lacus, and Gruff aka Arlo, going with the sort of the 10% rule there, and with the answer of 90. And 8 Minky did get the right number, but the wrong way around, and went with 1, which is the inspiration rather than perspiration. Unlucky there to Haltatu, 8 Minky, Lugaru, Lacus, and Gruff aka Arlo. We have to say goodbye. To the remaining 10 that gave me a right answer, though, let's go through in reverse order. So in third place, you don't have a Clive to compete against, at least. In third place, with a time of 5.316 seconds, was the Lupine 1. The second fastest lock-in, with a time of 5.124 seconds, so quite close there. Second place with 5.124 was We Like Shapes. So again, pretty fast, but not fast enough. Fastest player was ahead by another half a second, with a time of 4.690 seconds. It was Samster. Very well played, Samster. You were the fastest there. As I say, by a clear half a second ahead of Shapes. It's a very sort of nice 0 seconds number. So, Samster, you are the second player through. We lose the 1 and keep the 3 in the second digit in our winning line. It's a 3. So if you have 8 and 3 now in one of your winning line predictions, then you are 2 for 2. Patrick is currently at 1 for 2. But 1 for 2 might be good enough still. We'll find out when we reveal all at the end of the round. So we'll keep going on. We now move on to question number 3. So remaining players, fingers on those numbers. Here comes question number 3. What was the maximum possible score in the final round of the quiz show 15-1? What was the maximum possible score in the final round of the quiz show 15-1 in the traditional way? Okay, we'll let you pink if played. A few more players answering here. 15 even. Sorry, not 20. 15 answers here. So, in the final round of 15-1, first of all, there are 40 questions. Each question gets you 10 points. So that starts and adds up to 400. Additionally, at the end of the round, for whoever wins, we then add an extra 10 for the number of lives they have remaining. And if they have they can have up to 3 lives left at the end of the game, which means we can add 30. However, there is also additional points carried over from the main part of the game. Depending on the number of lives they had left before going into the final round, they could have 1, 2, or 3 additional points based on the number of lives they had. So you add all of that together, the maximum score you can earn in 15 to 1, which has been achieved on, I believe, multiple occasions, is 433. 433 was the answer we were looking for on this question. So if you gave me those digits in that order, we'll light you blue. If you gave me anything else, I'm afraid we're going to light you red. So we have Tipster with 43, possibly a typo. Drew Dave Tom with 40, that's a number of questions, but that's not number of points. Sector with 233, a decent guess. Silent Marine 233, also again a decent guess. Undead 403, again a very good guess, unfortunately forgetting about the extra lives at the end, adding an extra 10 each. So I'm afraid to Sector, Drew Dave Tom, Tipster, Silent Marine and Undead, we have to say goodbye. Oh, there's definitely been some 432s and 431s as well, but there have been certainly some 433s achieved on the show as well. Certainly at least one. I know there's definitely one. To the 10 that gave me a right answer, though, let's go in reverse order. In third place with a time of 5.097 seconds was Adster. Very fast time, unfortunately not fast enough. Ahead of you by 0.25 seconds or so? No, 0.35 seconds or so. With a time of 4.677 seconds. We've heard this name before this game. It's We Like Shapes. Again, fast, but not fast enough again. Shapes going to have to do a bit better. Fastest player, though, ahead of you by 0.14 seconds. With a time of 4.533 was Inisk. Inca, very well played. You were the fastest there with a time of 4.533. So, Inca, you are through to looking after number 1. We lose a 3 and keep the 0. And the third digit in our winning line is now a 0. 830 in our winning line. If you have those 3 numbers somewhere in one of your predictions, then you're on 3 for 3. Connor says they are 3 for 3. Lugaroo says they are 3 for 3. Well, you are halfway to a full correct prediction. Ardenvet says they are 3 for 3 on one of them. Can you still answer for Dukes if eliminated? At the moment, Sector, I have not got that implemented, but I do intend on adding that in future. So not right now, but in future, yes. So I'll need to consider how to do that, because I'm using the state of the podiums to control whether you can answer or not. So you can obviously answer for your own curiosity's sake, but it won't register on my end. So we're halfway through the round. 3 players through, 3 slots to fill. Remaining players that have not been eliminated. Fingers on numbers. Here comes question number 4. In X01 darts, what's the highest number you can check out with? What's the highest you can check out in X01? So the reason we're just saying X01 is basically any of those dart variations like 301, 401, 501. What's the highest number that you can check out with? Checking out generally with 3 darts, from what I understand. We'll light your pink if you played. So 7 players have attempted this. Sam's saying it's the big fish. Presumably Samster's quite the darts fan. I know that they've had a dart player as their avatar for some time. I don't know if they still do now. No, not yet. Not right now, but certainly have in the past had a darts player as their avatar. So the highest that you can achieve in a 3 dart finish that classes as an actual finish, I believe, is treble 20, which is 60, plus another treble 20, which is another 60, plus the bull, which is 50. In that order you have to do it, because you have to be able to end on a double or bull. You can't end on a treble. So it's treble 20, bull in that order. So add that all together. You don't get a maximum, which is 3 treble 20s, but you get pretty close. You get 170. If you gave me 170 in that order, we'll let you blue. If you gave me anything else, then I'm afraid I don't even give you your bus fare home, but I'm going to light you red. So we had 180 from Arnifex, which is a maximum you can earn in 3 regular darts, but not as a checkout. 60, no. I guess that's on an individual dart that you can earn. And Rubik's 501, that is one of the variants of what you start with in darts, but you can do this checkout on 301, 401, or 501 darts, or any other fill in the blank X. So I'm afraid Rubik's, Timwee, Arnifex, we have to say goodbye. 4 players got it right though. 4 players got it right, and it's quite a wide margin actually of times here. So in 3rd place with a time of 12.387 seconds. Haven't called this name out today, but congratulations, this win. You got 3rd place. Not fastest, but you're up there with a 3rd place time of 12.387 seconds. In 2nd place, ahead of you by about 2 and a bit seconds, on a time of 9.906 seconds, was Car the 7th. Pretty fast, but not fast enough. So, ahead of Car the 7th by 2 and a bit seconds here. So, time of 7.881 seconds. Is Shapes, you did it! You finally did it, Shapes. You through to looking after number 1. So you've done the second first as well. And you are through to looking after number 1. Congratulations with that answer. So we lose a 3, you keep the 6. The 4th digit in our winning line now is a 6. 8306 Jaruska says they are 4 for 4. Jaruska, what is it with you and your predictions? I don't know how you managed to do them, but that's still pretty damn good with a 4 out of 4 so far. Connor with 3 of 4, Mithers with 3 of 4. Well, we'll see how well you do. Did I say 7881? Because it's on the because I'm reading at 10 thousandths and rounding myself, but I guess the 10 thousandths digit got rounded, so I was rounding extra, which I shouldn't have done. So don't worry, I just see extra information beyond the thousandths place that you don't need to worry about. That I was just rounding for that. So 8306 in our winning line. 2 more places left to find. We've seen quite a few players eliminated this round, so if you've not been eliminated yet, this is now a golden opportunity to get through to looking after number 1. Yes, I absolutely do. I see things in 7 dimensions. No. Remaining players. Fingers on numbers. Here is question number 5. If you took the total sum of the large numbers in Countdown's Numbers games and subtracted the number of hexagons on the standard Blockbusters game board, what number would you get? If you took the total sum of the large numbers in Countdown's Numbers game and subtracted the number of hexagons on the standard Blockbusters game board, what number would you get? Clive says they'd get a migraine. That's pretty accurate. What a question this is. So, we'll let you pick if you played. Who was brave enough? 7 players were brave enough to answer this question. So, we have, if I remember rightly from Countdown, the 4 large numbers are 25, 50, 75 and 100. Which I think is that right? Is that correct? The sum of the large numbers in Countdown's Numbers game. That sounds about right. So that would mean group them together as in 125 times 2 means you get 250. Okay, 250 on there. And then in Blockbusters, with it being a hexagonal pattern of a 2 versus 1, I think it's in a 4x5 grid of hexagons. If it is, that means that it's in 20. So you take 250 minus 20, and you get 230. I think the answer is 230. If you gave me 230 as your answer, we'll light you blue. If you gave me anything else, then we'll light you red. So, unfortunately, there, 225, 220, and 226 are all wrong answers. I know there are some variants out there where there are different size grids in blockbusters, but given the context of countdown there in the question, we were talking about the UK variant of blockbusters, which I believe has always been a 5x4 grid, or 4x5, depending on which axis you define as the major axis. So I'm afraid Dogfish, Cramdos, and Buzzer Bob, those are some wrong answers, and we have to say goodbye. So, Connor, Lupine, Car 7th, Pum and Ben. One of you is the fastest. Who was the fastest? Let's go in order. Let's go reverse order. So, third place, with a time of, well, a long time, 14.628 seconds, is Car the 7th. You were right, Car. Yes, you are indeed third. Still pretty good. In second place, with a much... What is with my eye? What is in my eye? There's gunk in my eye that can't go away. Go away, gunk. There we go. Second place, the time of 9.566 seconds, so pretty reasonably faster than Car here, was the Lupine 1. Pretty good, but not fast enough. Who was faster than Lupine 1? With a time of 8.795 seconds, the fastest player was Connor M27. Very well done, Connor. You were the fastest on that particular answer. 8.795 seconds. Mr. Blockbusters himself. Mr. Countdown himself. So, Connor, you're the penultimate player through. We lose the 3 and keep the 3 in the units. And the 5th digit in our winning line is a second 3. So we actually have 2 3s in our winning line. You have to have 2 3s somewhere in your winning line for it to count. So how well are people doing on their predictions now? Drahuska was on a 4 for 4. Oh, Drahuska's on a 4 for 5 now. Artifacts is on a 4 for 5. 8 Mickey's on a 6 for 5. Predicting ahead of time somehow. Well, we'll find out how well you do in a moment, because we're only one podium away now from revealing the winning line complete and seeing who got it best. So, this is your last chance to get through if you are still in play. We might do a do-over question. It can happen, but it might not happen. This could be your chance to get through, so might as well guess. Remaining players, fingers on those numbers. Here is question number 6. Counting the spaces to the side that don't have a seat, how many spaces make up the winning line's 49ers set? You can see it right before you. Counting the spaces to the side that don't have a seat, how many spaces make up the winning line's 49ers set? We'll light you pink if you played. So, we have how many players answering this question? 17 players answering here. Yes, counting the spaces to the side that don't have a seat. So, this here, this here, this here, this here, this here, this here. The count in this regard. So, you can see there's definitely 49 players, but there are also these additional 6 spots here that we are counting for the purpose of this question. So, 49 plus 6 gives you a total of 55. 55 is what we were looking for on this question. Now, for all those people out there that are thinking, oh no, I got it wrong, I hope everyone got it wrong. Well, let's reveal how many got it right. Did anyone get this question right? We did get some right answers. So we are ending on this question. Who got it wrong? We have Itogi that said 16. Matt the Ref said 6. Sophia went with 43. Giggles went with 15. Can't Quiz Won't Quiz 1 off with 54. Car 7th 14. Loopy 1 49. You missed the 6. Kazvez with 15. Patrick with 6,942, trying to go for a meme number. Procyon went with 100. That's the size of the lobby, except it isn't because it's 99, because Philip Schofield takes position 100. Botconomus 49 is the number of players, but there's 6 additional spots. Meme PG 63 too many. Sponge Bot 37 too few. So to all you people 13 that got that one wrong, we have to say goodbye. So this is a competition between 4 players here. In no particular order other than down the board. We have Proogs. We have, I presume, Anasep, Adster, and Cyclespace. I presume those are the players. In third place, with a reasonable time of 15.698 seconds, it's Adster. Unlucky Adster, not fast enough, I'm afraid. Second place, ahead of you by over 5 seconds, so it was a pretty conclusive victory. 5 seconds ahead of you, but in second place with a time of 10.372 seconds was Cyclespace. Very good time, but unfortunately not the fastest. You were beaten by roughly 0.38 seconds. First place with a time of 9.998. Oh, they were so close to making it all 9s. But 9.998 seconds. And going through and taking that last spot in looking after number 1 was, or is, depending on your tense, Anasep! Very well played, Anasep. You take the final spot. Proogs was with a time of 17.285 seconds. So Anasep, you take the final spot. We lose the 0, but keep the 8 in the digit in units place. And the last digit in our winning line is a second 8. We've got 2 duplicates in our winning line. So now, let's move that winning line into numerical order. We have 0, 3, 3, 6, 8, 8. That is our winning line. Safira, what was your time? It was faster, but it was not the fastest lock-in. Your time, Safira, was 7.724. So it would have been faster than all those that did lock in, but you gave me a wrong answer. But there were, in fact, 2 other players faster than you, but still with wrong answers. Matt the Ref and Itogi in that regard. So, congratulations to those 6. Now, let's tot up the winning line predictions and let's find out who got the best prediction. Who was it? Let's find out. Oh my god, there's a lot of players getting some points here. So, let's copy that to a text file briefly and let me read them all off. So, first of all, add Doots to SpongeBot. Congratulations, you get yourself 5,000 Doots for that. Arden Fetz. Congratulations, you get 5,000 Doots. Cetra, you got the prediction. Add Doots to Cetra. You get 5,000 Doots. Kramdos. Congratulations. You get yourself 5,000 Doots. Apparently, I had problem updating the bank. Oh, interesting. Why could I not add 5,000 to Kramdos? Huh. Okay, we'll come to that back to that one in a moment. Add Doots. We like shapes. 5,000 Doots. Wait, what? Oh, did I put the message in the wrong way around? Was that all I did? Add Doots 5,000. Oh, yeah, I did do the message the wrong way around. You're right. Let me do that correctly now then. Add Doots Kramdos 5,000. There we go. Got it right. There we go. Sorted. Add Doots Samster 5,000 Doots. Drahuska, you're still one of the winners. Add Doots Drahuska 5,000 Doots. Add Doots the Panda 5,000 Doots. Add Doots Adster. There's another 5,000 Doots for you. And Gruff aka Arlo. you get yourself 5,000 dukes as well. So very well played to all of you getting a match of 4 as your best prediction. And that's a lot of dukes I've just given out there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50,000 dukes I've just given out there. Out of the generosity of my own heart. 50,000 dukes just being gifted out, because why not? You get some dukes, you get some dukes. Yes, thank you, Score Count. I appreciate it. We should be good, because we're now going to be moving straight on to looking after the bomb. But so, to those that did not make it, commiserations, but thank you very much for playing. Do just keep on watching to the end of the stream. But we now need to go on to looking after number 1. And to our Super 6, Anasep on 8, Samster on 13, Inisk 30, Connor 33, Shapes 36, and Clive 38. Lots of 30s in this game. Let's quickly go over the rules. Should be fairly simple. Looking after number 1. So it's a bit like the first round, except there's only 6 possible answers, or fewer as we eliminate players in the game. Whoever answers first will buzz in. If you buzz in with the correct answer and it is your own number, you keep yourself in play. If you buzz in with the correct answer and it is someone else's number, then you knock the other person out. If you buzz in with an answer and it is incorrect, regardless of if it's your number, someone else's number, or another number entirely that we're not even looking for, then you will knock yourself out. If no one answers the question before timer and the timer times out, then we will eliminate who should have answered to keep themselves in play. And we rinse and repeat this process until only one player remains. So, it is a brutal round, but the Luigi strat can pay off if, for whatever reason, you do not get a question on your number. So, if you're all ready, good luck everyone, and let's play looking after number 1. Super 6, fingers on numbers. Here is your question. If you have awaited something 1 day short of a fortnight, how many days have you waited, Samster? You said 13. It is your number. I can also reveal Inisk and Anasep also answered 13, but you were the fastest to lock in. The answer we're looking for was... It is indeed 13. 14 minus 1 makes 13 the correct answer. You keep yourself in play. Say something else in chat if you need to. Addressed there to Anasep and Samster, just so that you don't get timed out if you need to say the same thing twice in a row in 30 seconds. Samster's already said something else anyway, but just to point it out to Anasep. Remaining players, fingers on numbers. Here is your next question. In the Bible, how many pieces of silver was Judas paid for betraying Jesus, Inisk? Went with 60. That's not a number in our range. I think you know what the answer is, but you typoed it. The answer that I was looking for, if you move that 6 down 1 place on the keypad, it's 30. It was your number. You were right to play for your number, but unfortunately you did a numpad typo. And that does mean, Inisk, you are the first casualty of looking after number 1. And we have to say goodbye. And you're in the dark. Unlucky, Inisk. Unlucky, Inisk. And then number 5, 8, 13, 33, 36, and 38 left in play now. Remaining players' fingers on numbers. Here's the question. What's the largest number on a roulette wheel? Standard roulette wheel. Connor. You got there first. We were looking for... You go for 36. Well, I can see that Clive did answer. Went with 385, but they were not the first to lock in. So luckily, they survived due to that happening. Connor says 36. The answer that I'm looking for is indeed 36. It is the right answer. Shapes, unfortunately... You did answer, but Samster was also ahead of you as well on my screen, so I'm afraid you were behind by 2 players. So we have to say goodbye to you, and you're in the dark. And then there were 4. Anasep 8, Samster 13, Connor 33, Clive 38, not 385. Remaining players, fingers on numbers. Here's the next question. Before being divided by the military demarcation line, North and South Korea were divided by which latitudinal parallel, Connor? You went with 38. Clive also said 38, but you managed to get ahead of him. You're hoping that this is correct, otherwise you are out. The answer that I was looking for was 38. It is the correct answer, Connor. Very well played. Very well predicting ahead of Clive. Clive, it's a rare one. You being eliminated by someone else answering ahead of you, but it has happened. We have to say goodbye to you, and you're in the dark. And then there were 3. Anisep at 8, Samster on 13, and Connor on 33. Currently, Anisep has not really done much in this round. They've just sort of sit back, but it's the Luigi strat. It can work out. And yes, we've now pretty much eliminated all the 30s now to just 33. So to the remaining 3 players, fingers on numbers. Here's your next question. Which number would a person suffering from triskaidekaphobia fear, Samster? You say 13. The answer we're looking for was indeed 13. You are right. Anisep also got it right, but was slower. So Samster, you managed to get in there just in time. Say something else in chat if you need to stop you from getting booped by Twitch chat prevention. And if you're ready, fingers on numbers. Here's the next question. Multiply the season number of Stranger Things released in July 2019 by the nickname of Millie Bobby Brown's character on the show. Samster, as buzzed in, has gone with 13. Now, can anyone with some sense of maths already figure out why that's an impossible answer? Can anyone out there figure out why that's already an impossible answer? Prime, yes. The answer we're looking for has to have some sort of common factors about it. And 13 is a prime number, so it's only common with itself and 1. So it's already a wrong answer from Samster. The answer that we were looking for was 33. So you got one of the digits right, but not the second. So Samster, you've kept Connor in play. And in fact, Connor did not answer at all. So they would have been eliminated if you didn't answer. So Samster, you have knocked yourself out. We have to say goodbye. And you're in the dark. So we're down now to Anisep at number 8. Connor at 33. One of you will advance through to the Wonder Wall and earn up to 1 million doots. The other will take second place. To you two then. Fingers on numbers. Oh wait, I have the impossible sound somewhere. Where is it? Nope. There it goes. There's the impossible sound there. I should have played that. Anisep, number 8. Connor, 33. Fingers on numbers. Here's the question. You're playing Monopoly against your great Aunt Margaret, and somehow she controls the brown, green, and yellow Monopolies and nothing else. How many properties does she have? Anisep answered first. In fact, Connor did not answer at all. Anisep went with 8. So the brown is a group of 2, green is a group of 3, yellow is a group of 3. So the number of properties would be 8, and the question text doesn't really fit. So you are right. You keep yourself in play, Anisep. Say something else in chat if you need to, and you have done so already. Two fingers on numbers. Here's your next question. What is the number of the CBS Television City studio, also known as the Bob Barker studio, Connor? You went with 33. The answer we're looking for was... It is indeed 33. Very well played. Keeping yourself in play there. Here we go again. Fingers on numbers. Here's another question. Traditionally, how many drivers start the annual Indianapolis 500 race? Anisep. Anisep did get in there first. Connor also just shortly behind. Anisep went with 33. Well, I don't think the race would only have 8 races, so it seems like a sensible answer. The answer we're looking for was... It is 33. It's the right answer. Connor, that was your number. Unfortunately, you did not get that fast enough. You've been eliminated. But Anisep, you will now advance through to the Wonder Wall. Very well played there, Anisep. Playing just as you need to right at the end of the game there. So, let's get straight to it. Let's play that Wonderwall. Because I'm now concerned that it is now 10 PM, so I need to get going very shortly. But we have enough time to play this out. Let's quickly go over the rules. This is the Wonderwall. There will be 49 answers on the screen, each numbered 1 through 49. There will then be a series of questions in chat and also on screen. You just need to give me the number you think is associated to the answer to that question. If you do that 20 times in 4 minutes, then you can get 1 million doots. If you give me a wrong answer, you get a strike, 3 strikes, and you are... That's the one. You can pass. You can pass up to 2 times in the game. Just say the word pass to do so. You can also pit. That stops the timer for 15 seconds each time. You can do that twice in the game by saying pit or pit stop. When we get to the end of the game, so either 2 strikes or there's 30 seconds left on the clock, then bailout will become active. You must bail by the end of the time or before you hit 3 strikes. Otherwise, you will not earn anything. All that clear, I hope? If you're ready, Anasep, good luck. Let's play Wonderwall. See, this will be a solo wall this time because it's not for a prize. So, good luck, Anasep. This is for you. Have a look. Have a look. Take a look. Try and remember roughly where they are on the wall. If you can remember the numbers, then do that. And if you are ready, here's your first question. The first game of the Super Mario Advance series featured an updated release of the arcade game Mario Brothers and what other video game? Yeah, have a look. That's going to be my new catchphrase. No, answer was Super Mario Brothers 2. What do Americans call trousers? Pants is correct. Amanda Young is a character in which horror movie franchise? Taking a look to the left, you know the commands. Saw is correct. Opened in 1973, Jorn Utzon designed which city's iconic opera house? Gonna pass it. Which dam named after a US president would you find on the state's border of Nevada? Which dam? It's up there somewhere. Yes, Hoover Dam is correct. Full name required. Who is the current that word of Ireland? I forget how to pronounce it. I know people know how to pronounce it. Taoiseach, thank you. Taoiseach of Ireland. I didn't want to butcher the Gaelic. Thank you for saying it's Taoiseach. I mean, I don't know if it is up to date. You're going to pass it. No more passes left. In which field of arts is Darcy Bustle a leading figure? Darcy Bustle. No more passes, but you can't leave a guess. If you get it wrong, though, it's a second strike. Ballet is correct. What is a cashew? Oh. What is a cashew? You've about 2 minutes left now. What is a cashew? No, it's a seed. Bailout's now active. What country is the band Oasis from? If you don't know it, you can bail, and you'll get yourself 10,000 doots. Do have 2 pit stops. Here's the first pit stop. Here's the question again. What country is the band Oasis from? You have about 1 minute and 45 left on the clock when we come back in play. Currently 4 questions right, 10,000 doots left. You can't get a question wrong, though. Back in play. England is correct. Taking its name from Broadcasting House's postal code, what sitcom starred Hugh Bonneville as Ian Fletcher, newly appointed head of values at the BBC? One minute and 20 left. You're going to bail. I do not blame you. It's something like that. You can't see it. It was there on number 14, I believe. Very smart move. You do get yourself 15,000 dukes, though. Very tough board. Let's quickly go over those questions you passed on. So, Jörn Utzon designed the Sydney Opera House. The current Taoiseach of Ireland, apparently, according to the question, is Leo Varadkar, but that could be out of date now. And taking its name from Broadcasting House's postal code, that is W1A. W1A is what we're looking for there. But you did bail, quite sensibly so, and you got yourself 15,000 dukes. Very well played. Very well played. So that is going to be it for this evening. Thank you very much for tuning in. Congratulations to Car for getting the Discord Nitro. Congratulations to Timwee for getting the £10 Steam. Again, do message me on Discord and we'll sort out gifting you the things, but I am needing to do other things right now. So we're going to end the stream very quickly. Thank you very much. Don't forget, Ben is doing his stuff tomorrow at 8 p.m. with the 4th day of Quizmas. That's at 8 p.m. GMT. Catch you all later. Bye. Bye.